concerts are actually a good place to make friends. And I'm saying this even though I haven't really made them, to be honest. But in theory, it is a good opportunity to make friends, since you already got something in common, the band you're seeing. So it shouldn't be difficult to get engaged in a conversation with someone and begin from there. I've been to concerts before, and I usually talk to the person that seems to be the most isolated and loneliest one. And that's the only way I could make friends at school, by the way. Also, now you talk to anyone. No, I don't make friends. Anyways, I went to the Turnstile concert in 2024. Here's some proof, even though it's not really proof, right? Yeah, it's not really proof. But here's the footage.
Here I'm already with a merch that the band doesn't really know about. I hope that my ears don't get raped today.
There was a guy next to me that was a small person. And no, I'm not talking about like 5'3". You guys are being 5'7" and saying, "Oh, I'm so short." Come on, this person had dwarfism. People with dwarfism are the actual ones having troubles living in a world that's not designed for them. Things become difficult, such as reaching stuff or driving, as your legs are not long enough to reach the pedals. Pedal extensions exist, and also they have their own medical complications. These people will always be comfortable in every seat though, so I'll give them that. And I'm below average height myself, yeah, but to be honest, it is the least of my problems. Compared to these people, I don't have that difficult. I am really respectful towards people, okay? I'll never discriminate someone based on their looks, based on their height, weight, features, overall disabilities, etc. It is not just cruel, it is stupid. And it is incredible how people are still blatantly racist, especially in the big 2026, and even if it is just a dark humor joke. Having said all of that, here I think I messed up, because I was talking to this small person that was next to me, who ended up being a very cool guy. The openers were performing, and we were talking about these openers who, to be honest, were taking a bit too long before Turnstile came on stage. These underground local bands, he told me their names, and when the conversation was ending, was dying, and we were running out of ideas, I said, "Yeah, but we need to support the small ones." And then an awkward silence. Okay, so what? With the small ones, I meant these small local bands performing. But the small ones, I don't know, it seems a bit too general and personal, don't you think? I didn't even say bands in the previous sentence. So what or who does the word ones refer to in the small ones? I don't know, man. I think you were the one putting the focus in the height, not him. I think we telepathically understood what was wrong about that statement, and that we need to care about the small ones sounded like it was directed to him. This does not sound like a big deal, I know, but remember, delivery changes it all, and I'm very bad with my delivery in conversations. The sentence I said earlier did not connect with this new one, and there was an awkward silence after I said the sentence, but we were talking in Spanish, and trust me, it is more of sounding in Spanish, because I said, "Es bueno apoyar a los pequeños." Pequeños in masculine, like referring to people, not the bands, which is a feminine noun. It would have been pequeñas, right? Pequeñas bandas, but no. So I didn't word it correctly. Ultimately, it was not that much of a deal. It's not like he started beating me or something. Just be careful with what you say, and don't be like the guy who I met who was like 5'11" and was supposedly insecure about his height because he thought he was too short. What the hell, man? There are people who are less than 4 feet tall. Anyways, go stream Glow On by Turnstile, which is their best album in my opinion. Bye.